What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk, and in this one we got a lot to talk about. We're going to be talking about the tunnel incident that happened after the Michigan State game, as Michigan State players assaulted Jamon Green and also Jaden McBurrows. There's been a lot of news that has come out, including Jamon Green pressing charges, what Jim Harbaugh had to say. It's going to be all in this video and all the latest news and updates around this incident. So if you guys are new around here, make sure you guys go ahead, leave a like, subscribe for more, and let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so let's go ahead and dive right into everything. If you guys have anything to say, any questions, leave them down below in the comment section. But first of all, if you guys did not know, 2 Michigan players were allegedly assaulted. At least that's what Jim Harbaugh said, that they were assaulted by Michigan State players. Those names are Jaden McBurrows and Jamon Green. So Harbaugh was obviously in his press conference today for his weekly press conference with the media, and he opened it up with, the tunnel incident. And on the tunnel incident, he said, "Sickening to watch the videos and also the ABC tunnel cam." And he said there needs to be accountability, there needs to be a full, thorough, timely investigation. I can't imagine this won't result in criminal charges. Also, per Harbaugh, Jamon Green and Jaden McBurrows were walking up the tunnel together, and then he said Jamon Green was punched first, and then McBurrows tried to break it up before he was dragged into a hallway and attacked. The videos are just very disgusting, and every Michigan State player involved should definitely hold the consequences that come. And for all those Michigan State fans saying that the one tunnel is an issue, I just think that is complete BS, because Michigan has had this one tunnel for so many years, so many teams they've played against, and this incident has never happened. This incident only happened because of Michigan State players. And even if things were said, yes, it's a rivalry, things are going to be said, but the fact that they retaliated, they're still going to get punished for retaliating. And yes, they are teenagers, but they're also adults now. And for one, the Jamon Green video, that was just very sickening. There's a video, should be able to get it up. I got all these videos from Twitter, but there's one on the ESPN and ABC tunnel camera, and it really had pretty much everything. In the video, clearly shows Michigan State cornerback Kerry Crump swinging his helmet multiple times at cornerback Jamon Green. Obviously Jamon Green, the Michigan cornerback, and also a player who has not yet faced any consequences or punishments is Michigan State linebacker and probably their best defensive player this year, Jacoby Windman. He was actually holding Jamon Green down as he was getting swung at, and me personally, I think Jacoby Windman should be suspended. There should be some sort of, punishment for that, because he's clearly holding him down, and he was in on that fight with Jamon Green. There's really no view in that video of what happened to cornerback Jaden McBurrows for Michigan, but there is a video that was released on Twitter, and it just looks like, well, first of all, per Harbaugh, obviously, they were going in the tunnel together. Jaden McBurrows was apparently going to separate the Michigan State players from Jamon Green, and then that's when Michigan State players pulled McBurrows to the side and started, ganging up on him. Now, McBurrows reportedly was dealing with an injury that could potentially be a broken nose. That's not confirmed though. But Jamon Green is reportedly in concussion protocol and has a cut on the right side of his eye, per Harbaugh. Now, the police investigation, everything that happened on Saturday night after the game in the tunnel is still being investigated. It's still going on. As of right now, Michigan State suspended Kerry Crump, who was the one swinging a helmet at Jamon Green, Angelo Gross, Tank Young, and Zion Young. Now, we'll get back to that, but Jamon Green is actually, his family and him is going to press charges against Michigan State players, who hurt him. And, obviously, Crump, who was swinging a helmet at him, obviously caused his concussion injury, and Jamon Green has actually retained an attorney, Tom Mars, and this is from Pat Ford on Twitter. He posted that. I'll try to get a picture of it, but this was a statement from Mars to Sports Illustrated. It says, when college football players brutally attack a member of the opposing team with their helmets, resulting in the player suffering a concussion and other injuries, an apology won't suffice. There has to be severe consequences for this kind of misconduct. And he said, not only does Jamon Green deserve to be compensated for his injuries, severe consequences in this case will deter others who might think they can get away with brutally beating an opposing player and only get a slap on the wrist. I've got news for the MSU players who did this to Jamon. They are going to feel the full wrath of the law. That was a statement from Tom Moores, Jamon Green's attorney for this. So, Jamon Green and his family are now planning to press charges and take legal action on those involved. Jamon Green was struck with a helmet in the face, back, and shoulder. So I also want to go back to the players who, obviously got suspended yesterday. But now that we see Jacoby Windman, involved in this fight, after the game, in the post-game press conferences, Jacoby Windman was asked if he saw the fight that broke out, if he had heard about it, and he declined. He said that he hadn't heard about anything. So that's definitely not a good look there for him, or neither Mel Tucker, because in one of the videos I'll try to get up on screen, Mel Tucker is clearly going into the Michigan State locker room and appears to hit a door hard, probably in frustration because he knows what just happened, what his players did, and probably pissed off about it. But, again, in the post-game press conference, he said that, he heard nothing about it, which I get it. He probably didn't want to deal with it at that moment. He did come out and apologize today. However, he has not really apologized directly to Jamon Green, Jaden McBurrows, or Jim Harbaugh. One thing I will say with Jim Harbaugh, I'm glad that he's not letting Michigan State, get away with this easily. Just really shows how much he cares about his own players, and that's his job. He really cares for his players, every single player on the team, and he will, do anything for them. He will go the extra mile for them. He said today, an apology will not get the job done in this instance. With this incident, and rightfully so. There's been some rumors that Jamon Green threw the first punch. That is really not true. Isaiah Hole actually tweeted out and said that you can see Green walking up, his arms go up at the same time as you see an MSU player's arm raise, and Green is falling backwards. It's just really sad to see this. This rivalry is going definitely in the wrong direction. Blake Corum weighed in on the tunnel fight, didn't say much, but he said there has never been a fight in the tunnel. Obviously teams have talked, we've been down, we've lost, teams talk, but he said there's never ended up being a fight. Again, people saying that the tunnel's the problem, all that, and making up excuses, how, Jaden McBurrows, Jamon Green shouldn't have gone in the tunnel, may be correct, but at the same time, they have done this so many times in different games before this, and it was just, at the end of the day, it was just Michigan State players being stupid and just doing the wrong thing. And for the helmet coming off a player, using your helmet and swinging it at another opposing player, that is just so wrong. And yes, people make mistakes, but when you do that, that is, I don't know, man. I don't know what you're thinking in your head, but if you think you're going to get away with that, you're just wrong. That's what I got to say about all this. Let me know what you guys think. Anything you guys have to say. It's not a good look for Michigan State, and, hopefully everybody involved gets punished, including Jacoby Windman. We'll see how this all plays out, but charges are being pressed against the player, at least, who was, swinging the helmet at Jamon Green's head, and I guess, caused a concussion and a cut in his right eye. But, with all this being, happening and everything, hopefully the team stays focused. They have, their whole season ahead of them, 8-0, and they got a lot more to go. So that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe for more, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day. We will see you guys in the next video. Peace.